I know that you have not figured it out yet, but you're just getting raw, crazy Uncle Charles at this point. like, there's no filtering. You just you're just getting what you get with crazy Uncle Charles, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. Um, you may also have noticed, or may not have noticed, that I'm not doing a whole lot of editing on these. It's just raw what we have. So this is the reference image that I'm using for the Huggite. And if you remember, I started this a while back, a few videos ago. I started working on the Huggite, and I need to go back in and make this that I'm using as a reference to model with match the concept art. Otherwise, we're not going to have the scary monster. I think I mentioned in the video that I don't know why I'm fixing these eyes because these aren't the eyes I'm using. Well, these aren't the eyes I'm using. Like, I meant what I said then. These are the eyes that I'm using. But this was funny, right? I mean, you laughed. I think the thumbnail looks cute. Kind of reminds me of Foster's Imaginary Friends. I know you laughed at this thing. So, but now it's time to kind of get with what we're going to use in the game. And show you one more time. It won't be this cool. I'm warning you. It's not going to be that cool because I'm not that cool at 3D modeling. But I'm going to do my best to get something that looks scary. Like, like not, I mean, it looks like it could be cute and somebody might approach it at first, but then when it opens its mouth, it's not going to be that cute. Like, it's not going to be that cute. But it was funny. So it made for a good joke. You laughed. I know you laughed at Crazy Uncle Charles. It's okay. Everybody laughs at Crazy Uncle Charles until Crazy Uncle Charles like pops the champagne and blows everybody's mind. So, and it's figurative champagne. We don't drink real champagne because it's bad for you kids. Don't drink your champagne. Don't sneak into your Crazy Uncle Charles. What? I don't know what your uncle's name is. Don't sneak into his bar and drink his. Hey man, don't drink champagne. Don't drink his whatever he drinks. I don't drink champagne. I wouldn't drink it. It's like a little frou-frou drink for me. But whatever your uncle drink, your crazy uncle, he probably doesn't drink. I don't drink. And I definitely wouldn't drink something called bubbly or whatever. That's you beat up for that around here. Anyway, I just well, here we go. Let me get working on this. I'm acting like an idiot. Oh, so I need to let's make a folder for the creepy eyes. This thing has got some creepy eyes, right? I mean, we can all agree on that. We'll come up here. Let me grab this is the darkest pitch nightmare black. So that's what I want for this guy. We'll bump it up to maybe that's big enough. We might go a little bit bigger. And we're just going to start. Let's see, we got one right here back by the edge of the mouth. We're kind of marking our territory. That's not it. We're putting in landmarks. We're putting in landmarks. So now we'll know that when this thing gets ready to open that big old gaping maw, it's got to hinge all the way back here, and all of that's got to be mouth. So this mouth ain't gonna work. See, there's a method to my madness. Like I act silly and I act crazy, but I'm trying to make you laugh and distract you while I figure out what the heck I'm doing. By the time you realize that I didn't know what I was doing when I first started talking, I've already figured out what I'm doing, and you never know. There is a method. When you see an old guy, he didn't get old by being stupid. Let's just put it that way. We're not cute. We, we're not like girls. We can't just be cute and have people accept us. That's not what society does to the guys. You might or might not know about this, but dudes do not get the how cute treatment. No, no, we get something else. We get kicked in the crotch, and so we got to learn tricks. And son, if you're a young man, one of the tricks you might want to be interested in picking up acting stupid. The people think that you're stupid. They don't expect much out of you, and so you just keep talking, keep acting stupid, and by the time they figure out maybe you're not as dumb as you look, it'll be too late. So always keep your enemies guessing about how retarded you are, because we're all a little retarded, right? If we're honest. Some of us just aren't willing to admit it, and boy, you're gonna you're gonna know a lot of those through your life. Usually, they get government jobs. They don't like to be told that they don't know what they're doing either, but we know. A lot of idiots getting paid big money by the government. Whatever. That's another topic. Your crazy Uncle Charles, he's got an arsenal of topics you probably don't want to. Whatever. Look, if you're in the government, I'm not gonna call you an idiot. I'm just saying you probably work with some, and I bet you know who I'm talking about. If you're in the government and you're watching this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And don't pretend that I'm wrong. We all know here. This is a safe space. Talk about safe spaces. Listen, crazy Uncle Charles's crazy hideaway. This is where we talk about stupid people controlling things and acting like they're smart. Okay, so you're safe here. We're gonna talk about it, and we don't care. And what do they say? When they're stupid, when stupid people get caught, what do they say? Plausible deniability. You got plausible deniability around here, but we all know. We all know the truth. All right. So I think that's probably enough crazy, creepy eyes, right? I mean, I wouldn't want too many more than that. I'm kind of going for kind of a spidery vibe. And to get them over to the other side, we'll just copy, paste, Control T, flip that sucker over. We'll just kind of, it's not going to quite be a mirror, but nature is not like that anyway, so we don't care. Um, we'll offset it a little bit to, adjust the tentacles. And I think that looks pretty good, actually. Let's go to our where is it? Image maybe edit, and then we'll come over here to the perspective wheel. I'd like to use the puppet warp, but I'm too stupid for that one. So if you can tell me how to use the puppet warp tool someday, not today, because I got other stuff going on. You can tell me about it. I'm kidding. I know how. Well, hold up. I'm kind of kidding about being too stupid to use a puppet. What I mean to say is that I I can make it work, but there's making it work and then working it as intended. So yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Let's grab the. Maybe you've never seen the puppet warp tool before. I don't know. I'm sitting here and I'm like talking like you know everything. You may not know everything. You may be honest enough to say you don't know everything. Where did the tool even go? I'm in the tool. Where's the controls for it? Show mesh. That's the thing. Oh gosh. Okay. So anyway, you can put pins in here, right? and then you can kind of manipulate these things. But okay, I think I'm learning as we do this. So now if I wanted to, okay, yeah, it's not really what I was hoping. Okay, so I think that's it. So you just drop pins into your mesh that it kind of creates, and then you just drag the pins around. But that's not really what I was looking for here. It's fine. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that did do things. Probably it probably helped a lot on these that are at those steep angles because that's kind of what I'm looking for. But I guess I really did want to use the perspective. Have you ever used the perspective tool? One day I'm gonna ask that question, and so I'm gonna hear a deep voice from behind me. Somebody's gonna say, "Yes." I'm gonna be like, "What the? Where did you come from?" So maybe I should stop it. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna keep doing want to ask the way I want to ask. Okay, yeah. So what is going on over there? All right. So that's not what I wanted. Let's see. I need to get rid of that or clear that. Maybe come over here. So what this does? Oh my goodness! Not even in the. Okay. So what the perspective warp does is like you're you're saying, this is like the plane, and I'm wanting to adjust. So what I'll do usually is I'll create like a, a billboard around, like I'll have something here, and I want to flatten that down onto a surface. So what's going on? Let go, let go, let go. Okay, push the shift key if it gets stuck on you. So you'll make like this little billboard around your little billboard image or whatever. Is it the shift key? Was it the control key? What did I do? Okay. All right. Anyway, you make like a little billboard around whatever it is you're wanting to warp. And then you go to the warp after you create your layout. And now you can kind of move this around and it'll arrange that based on the new perspective. So if you think about it, you want to try to mimic that. Why is my Okay. Somebody in the comments wants to explain why my stupid cursor keeps getting on my Wacom tablet. Oh boy. Uncle Charles. Oh, yeah. Come on. All right. So let's get it to about right where we want it. Can't even press in. What's going on? I'm switching from my Wacom tablet. Okay. So kind of get it to where, it's obeying the perspective that you want. So like we had a pretty flat, square, and now we're saying that we're changing the angle that we're looking at it. We're changing our perspective, and if we changed our perspective, this would kind of be what it would look like from that new angle. So that's what the perspective tool is there for. Um, and now that we've done that on that side, we kind of need to adjust on the other side because now we're implying that this is a curve, right? So, and a lot of things have to change. Um, when we do that, we can't just be like, okay, well, that was the side. But here's the thing: if you can't do it all at once, so whatever, you know. Here, just talking to myself. Okay, so now we gotta. I'm just gonna kind of manually repaint this part. I'm gonna make this side be big, kind of giving us the. Um, it's kind of looks like he's kind of giving us the side eye, doesn't it? Anyway, whatever. I'm just talking, and you're here for the show, right? Charles had a bad day yesterday. Uncle Charles had a bad day. God had a good day. God saved it. Jesus can't showed up. He saved it, but man, I was hurting. Guys, I was hurting so bad. Somebody said something. They didn't mean it the way it sounded, but it broke your Uncle Charles's heart. I really was. I was crying. I was crying. They were crying. We were all crying. They didn't mean it to sound the way that it sounded. And all is forgiven. I'm not saying that, but I hurt like I've never hurt before. I was so brokenhearted. Um, Somebody said something they didn't think I heard, and I did. And you ever been hurt like that? It's okay. Like, here's the thing. If I'd had the control yesterday, I'd have hurt somebody's feelings. I had to put down the Xbox controller on my life, walk away, and I just watched the show. I was hurt too bad. Have you ever been hurt so bad that you're not just in control of your body anymore? I was hurt too bad. I could not, and I'm not kidding. I couldn't even respond, and it's a good thing I didn't, because I got to watch was so much better than anything that I could have seen. It was so beautiful. Oh my goodness! Just you listen to this, and you need to praise Jesus for that. What happened yesterday? It was hard and it hurt, and I cried, and they cried, and I think we both came out of it better. I think I healed a lot just based on what this person said, and didn't mean the way she said it. Never would have intentionally done anything to hurt me. He just said something, and I think it helped me that she said it, because through the whole process, I learned that she didn't mean to hurt me. And it was wonderful. It really was wonderful. And all I can say is that not something that crazy Uncle Charles is capable of doing. He just watched the show yesterday. It was something else. It was like the best church service of my life, and it was not. It was in a hospital room. So I like to miss out when Jesus talks. Let him talk. When he wants to take over, give him a little space. Sit back and enjoy the show. You never know what's going to happen. Um, this could happen to you. So anyway, what do you think? Is that? I mean, I feel like that's. It's gonna. I'll be working on these crazy eyes for a while, guys. So I'm not going to bore you with all that. But I hope you learned something, and I hope that you know that you're loved, and that Jesus does something like He did in my life in your life, and you just can't deny it. Because it was so cool watching Him show up. So I'm gonna stop there. I got to get a few things done, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna start doing some shading. So I'll put on some. I got to do this in layers. So, but this is basically, I'm going to flip this back on so you can see it. Not it. I'm going to flip this back on. You can kind of see it. So the black part that I was painting is this deepest part of the eye. And then I'll come back in layers and kind of build up that brownish color. And then I can kind of put it back on. So once these are done and they kind of look more like eyes, I can start moving it over here. But this thing's coming along. When we get done with it, it's gonna look really good. And I'll get the texture painting started, and then I'll hand it off to a friend of mine who I got in touch with, and he does some incredible texture work. So good news, you don't have to look at my ugly textures. Got a professional who's going to help us with it. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Uncle Charles is just Uncle Charles. But I want to tell you this. Love you guys. Y'all have a good day. Bye bye.